Hello? Hello, everyone? Is everything dark? Is this working? It looks like I have 30 out of 30 frames per second frame rate. It looks like YouTube is working. Is there a lag? How is my sound? How do I sound? How am I right now? I have returned. And I hope and hope that this is going to be an incredible live stream. We're doing daily drawing practice together. And this wonderful person, Daron Malakian, has written some music which has been hugely influential and formative for me. Silky smooth. Thank you, Sabra. Thank you, Lil Dresm, for being here, and Beth Fobrit and Ingrid and Sabra. It's incredible. Wow. Incredibly smooth. Oh, good. So nice to have you here. There are 5 of you here now. That is so great. I'm glad you found your way here to this real version of this live stream. The other one was just a test. Am I incredibly dark right now? That's okay. Moody, fitting. Maya is here. Thank you so much for the coffee. In between trying to figure out, is the stream going to work? I saw, I got a coffee. Thank you so much. All right, let's draw the wonderful musician, guitarist, singer, Iraqi, Armenian, American, rock star, Daron Malakian. I was saying in the failed version of this live stream, this reference may be from a similar era to the drawing of Vin Ganapati that we did yesterday. There are still Zooms. I'm still Zooming. I'm just getting distracted by the chat. But I still Zoom every Tuesday. There hasn't been a live stream with a Zoom for a while, but there will be more. I'll definitely get back to it because it's super fun. We did have a lot of fun doing portraits together in Zoom, but every Tuesday I'm doing a Zoom, and you can come sketch with me every Tuesday. Yeah, so System of a Down, Scars on Broadway, Daron Malakian, Iraqi, Armenian, American, was talking about the musical influences that his mother used to sing Egyptian music while she was pregnant with him, and that music, which he heard in utero, influenced his musical direction. It was really amazing to hear, and to hear the source music, which was really cool. And now we're just going to do a drawing, because that's the whole point of being here, is we are doing daily drawing practice together. So come and draw with me every day. This month I'm focusing on shadow shapes, and I have my calligraphy pen. I have turned the page and am on an ink spread. So I've been alternating between pencil and ink. Okay, in business. We are in business. This live stream is working, and you're here for it. Thank you for being here. All right, let's draw. So focus on shadow shapes is what I'm going for this month, and I'm really happy to get back to using the parallel pen. Oh, I might put we don't have to do continuous line. I'll put a 10-minute timer on and see what I can do in 10 minutes. So yeah, starting with line and like indicating shadow shapes. This is how I want to see everything this month, especially. But looking at things in terms of shadow shapes is a really fun way to work around a portrait or whatever we want to draw. I think just looking in terms of value shapes, shadow shapes in particular, but also all of the values in between. Yeah, and I did some drawings that I liked very much with this pen when we're doing the continuous line series. And I'm looking forward to filling in some areas with ink, which I haven't done for a month because I've been focusing on the pure line. And now I'm really excited to be looking at these shadow shapes and knowing that I can just go in and fill these shapes with ink after a month of holding back, restraining myself. Who else here is aware of the band System of a Down and has listened to their music on repeat for years? I like System of a Down. I've seen them live a couple of times. Just before Icon's birth, our firstborn, I went to a festival where I got to see Nine Inch Nails and System of a Down, and so when was that? 2013. And I'm pretty sure I saw them in Australia as well before I moved to Europe. But I definitely, I have a lot of fond memories of rocking out to System of a Down and having my eyes and ears opened to the world through the content of their songs. Look at all this writing. I've read most of this. Hey, Lewis, hola. Funny Oliver, Funi Olivier. I never know how to pronounce it, but I like the sound of Funi Olivier. But Funny Oliver is also a good sound and a good name. Thank you for being here. Hello, Tommy. You made it. What pen is that? Looks so cool. I should have sponsorship and affiliate link for this pen because I know a lot of you have bought this pen because I've been using it and it is so cool. It's a Pilot Parallel pen. Yes, System of a Down is great. And Sara says, yes, but haven't listened in a while. No System of the Dam. No, don't know about that. I listened to Serge Tankian's autobiography, which was very good to listen to last year. A lot of things. It was like what is it? There's something about, I don't know if this is just me or this is everyone, but there's like this formative stage of our lives where we head out into the world and we start to discover things that resonate with us, and then they stick with us. They make their mark and they expose us to ideas and sounds and injustice and righteous anger. And System of a Down was very much that for me, amongst some other bands and other influences. Like the combination of incredible sound and like I guess really specifically is I didn't know about Armenia, and I definitely didn't know about the Armenian genocide before listening to System of a Down. So I lived my sheltered life and wasn't aware of many of the terrible things also in the land that I grew up in. Was not really aware. And this was definitely music that the incredible rocking powerful sound was so amazing, and it opened my ears and eyes to a lot of important things which accompany me to this day. And it was really interesting listening to Serge Tankian talking about it. All of the band members are Armenian Americans who, for various reasons, had to flee their homelands, Lebanon, Iraq. I don't think any of them came directly from Turkey, but it's such an interesting area, the history. That's like that. I have Kurdish friends. I've got my shadow shapes now. And I was like, okay, so where was Armenia? And Armenia was like through eastern Turkey. It was this big area, and it was this Christian kingdom. And then there were lots of battles and stuff, and Kurdistan, which there's this whole area before there were like borders and stuff, but there were kind of things were in flux and moving, and there was all this cultural exchange and these different ideas, and a very like dynamic and rich cultural area. And then I was looking into Kurdistan, which was also seems to be occupy the same places that Armenia did, which is now Turkey and Iraq and Iran and Syria. So yeah, I've got my shadow shapes. I'm going to start filling them with some shadow. There's just so much about that whole region, and still trying to figure things out. But there's a lot of the ongoing injustices of the world. Basically, seem, I don't know if it's an oversimplification or if it is just really simple, that systems, regimes, governments, ideas that take hold and want to take over and steal and possess land and resources and dispossess peoples is a very acute, ongoing thing. And to listen to music which articulates this suffering and these problems so powerfully and beautifully has left such an impression on me. So yeah, if you don't know System of a Down, have a listen. It's really interesting listening to the podcast today with Rick Rubin, who produced the System of a Down albums, to hear about the musical influences. And that was something which, for me at the time, it was like this mix of metal, and as Daron Malakian was explaining, that there's like this Egyptian music infused and music from the Arabic world, that it's not directly, it's copying that, but it's like it's in the mix. It was in the musical awareness of the band members, and there's just something incredible about the music. I just love it so much. So I'm really happy to be drawing from this reference today. If anyone has a playlist with good drawing music, would love a link. That's such a cool idea. I got to listen to a very special playlist recently, and it was amazing. I've often thought, because there have been a couple of music-centric live streams which I have done, and there are a couple of Faces of Jazz live streams where we did 2 hours of 10-minute portraits of jazz musicians. There was a Faces of Musicians of Syria, and I did a whole month of 10-minute portraits of musicians. And I was thinking it would be so cool to have a playlist to listen to while live streaming. And of course, because of like copyright issues and all that kind of stuff, I can't just have things playing. But it would be so cool if there was a playlist that we could all just put on, and then we could like listen to music together. That would be cool. All right. There are areas that I feel like this pen is a bit too big to get into. Oh, we've got 5 seconds left, but I suspect I'll go a bit over 10 minutes. I want to fill in the eyes. Maybe I can do it like this. I can't really get on the broad edge in there, but yeah, that works. So Beth, you asked earlier, what pen is this? And it is an amazing pen. It's the Pilot Parallel Pen 3.8 millimeter. It is a very broad nib, and I like it a lot. Because you can do you can just fill in areas with darkness. It's so cool. How are people going with the shadow shapes idea? It was really interesting, the last few drawings. Okay. Is there anything else that needs a lot of ink? So what I'm going to do now, which I love about using this pen in combination with a water brush, is I'm going to borrow ink from the really inky bits, and I'm going to go into some of the like mid-tone shadow shape areas, which I could also, I'm not going to outline them because they're really kind of subtle compared to this darkness, but I'm going to borrow ink and put it in there. Greetings from 18 Ash. The playlist idea sounds fabulous. Wouldn't that be cool? Someone can make a playlist, and we can all listen to it. Oh, between this morning and right now, some of these bristles from this is a Pentel water brush. So I'm going to get some of this ink right here and places where there is cool shadows. I'm going to, so I can squeeze some ink in, some water in here to get that. All right, I can test it down here. Yeah, I'm going to say this is going to just fill in some areas where that's mid-tone, not as intense shadow as the real darkness. So although I haven't drawn the outlines of these shadow shapes, I'm still thinking in terms of shadow shapes for where I want to put these marks. Just looking at basically looking in three different kind of values. That there's the really dark shadows, there's the really bright areas. I'm going to leave a lot of it pretty bright, and then there's this kind of mid-tones. I think this eye should be a bit bigger. That intense open-eyed gaze is not as intense in my drawing as in the reference, but I'm gonna pretty much say that's it. Maybe some more. So I really wanted to get a contemporary reference photo of Daron, but as I was searching through, looking for something with really awesome shadow shapes, this picture really stood out to me, and I liked it a lot. So that's what we've got for today. Yeah. All right, I'm about done. How's everyone else doing? Any questions? Any desires? Musicians you would like us to draw? I don't know, anything. Everyone can go check out the replay of all of the live streams I've ever done, but I was just going to say of Sabra's live stream, because Sabra just did a live stream. And that's really cool. Sabra was our last guest on the Drawn Together show, and next week is going to be the next Drawn Together show. I'm in the process of sorting things out. Andrew Kadima is going to be joining us again. So that is going to be really cool. Come out and draw with us next Thursday. I'm still figuring things out because there's a time change taking place, which kind of confuses a few things for me. But I'm sure we'll figure it out together. All right. Let's say that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Oh, late. 1-8. L8 is late. L8 Ash. Late. Ash. I get it. Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. Nicole went to a gig last night to Bonnie Light Horseman. They would be great to draw. Interesting. I've never heard of them. I will have a listen. I'm a bit unsettled that the bristles of this brush pen are splaying rather than sticking together like they have the past years. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for drawing with me. Especially thank you for coming on over. Oh yeah, put your drawing hand emoji in the chat. Thank you so much, Ingrid. Yes, Lil Drezim. How about you can definitely send me your drawing. You could also, if you haven't already, join my Discord server and post your drawing in the feedback and loving critique conversation, because I've made a Discord server where I share all of this reference. Someone's already posted their drawing, and there is a channel that says feedback and loving critique. I'm happy for people to send me their stuff, and I can tell you what I think about it, the things that I see. And there is a place specifically for it on the Discord server, and some people have shared some work there, and then we create a thread where everyone can join this conversation. And if that is something that you feel you would appreciate, then there is a place for it right there. So yes, thank you for asking. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for the coffee I got in between live streams. Anyone who wants to can support me by buying me a coffee or joining my Patreon. I'll show you. I've been filming for days because all of my first recordings didn't work out. But I have been drawing Milena Gubernik and focusing on pure line. These are drawings I have been doing for the tutorial. There are quite a lot of them exploring different ideas with pure line, and also from a different reference, not just a profile reference, but these are drawings that I have been doing for you, and they're going to be available on my Patreon. Actually it's last month's Patreon tutorial, focused on pure line, which is kind of inspired by things we've been doing in the live streams here. That will be up soon. That's another way to support me. You can also, if you're not interested in the tutorials but you'd like to buy me a coffee a month, there is a tier for that on Patreon, and I will be very soon I'll be uploading some more high-res photos of my work, and everyone at the coffee tier and above gets to check those out. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. You're so good, Sabra. You're all so good. I really appreciate being able to be together and draw together and have such inspiring, cool people and faces all the time. There's just so many cool people and so many cool stories, and I really like drawing. So thank you for joining me on this drawing exploration, and I'll see you tomorrow. 9 o'clock tomorrow.